Hey, ladies.
Woo, we
I
came
can't
in
hear
like we were
nobody.
walking on
Hello.
the moon this morning. We're walking
I
on the moon.
know. So
Hey,
you're trying something new, trying something new,
we're
trying
still
something new.
we're still in the lunar eclipse mode. Dude.
Well, we're trying something new
And
this
you can
morning,
see I am not Joyce this morning, right?
Well, we understand.
Yeah. Well, it's a
Hey,
whole lot we don't
everybody.
know, but it's all good. Hey, y'all. How
It's all good.
y'all doing?
We're here.
We're
We're
doing
here, man.
great.
Everybody's
It's
just,
it's
you
been
know.
it's been a lunar morning. It's like we've been just, yeah, okay. Control
I know.
tower, we in trouble.
I know, right? Look, I'm just all over the place. Y'all know where I am from now until
We
uh,
know that
after
you
next month. I promise. I feel like I'm out of the loop, but it's a
no,
lot
it's
happening. You
Well,
okay.
we
know.
got you.
We know what
We
you're
I
got
hope
you.
doing,
y'all do.
and everybody know
Thanks
that she working hard, getting
for
ready for
for a
that
little bit of
wonderful
money.
reception
For a
that's
little bit of
coming up
money.
in Mother's Day. Y'all gonna get them tickets, and we're gonna
Y'all,
be there
please go
with
get
you.
these tickets.
We're gonna
Don't
be
let.
there with you.
I hope so. I like. Don't let me work this hard, y'all, and then I don't see my sisters in the house.
We will be there. We will be there. Don't
I
worry.
know.
I
I
know
know. I
I'm
can
gonna be
count
You
on
there.
know
I
how
you.
don't
we
know about
I
the rest
know.
support.
of them. I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, I know Lynn, child.
I'm gonna
Yes,
be
you
there.
will. I love y'all. But anyway, this is for Sisters Live without our fourth sister. Shawnee's not here, but I'm Wyoming,
I'm Peg.
And I'm Linda.
and
And
this
we
is the
are
show of Four Sisters
Three Sisters
Live.
Live.
we
We're
three
three
sisters
today,
live
though.
this morning.
Absolutely. So, hey, what's going on, ladies? I know it's like we've been so everywhere and things that happen. All good things, though. But Peggy, how you doing?
I am doing good, considering we lost a couple of sisters,
Ooh,
two really connected to the
really?
organization, and
Mm.
I'm still totally in shock. But what can we do? We have no control over it.
Oh,
We just
wow.
have to continue to keep the family in prayer.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I didn't know we had
Um,
lost two.
two of our
Do you
sisters.
remember Miranda Jackson?
I
She
don't.
was very heavy in Prince George's County. I mean, she
Uh-huh.
was about women, business owners, supporting them,
Mm-hmm.
MBE. I mean,
Uh-huh.
just the word.
Mm-hmm.
And it
Mm-hmm.
was so funny. I had a chance to see her on Monday about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
She was leaving to go to attend her best friend's funeral. She goes to work on Tuesday and she has a heart attack.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
Oh God. Mm.
Yeah. And then
Mm.
we just found out I just found the other day, one of our volunteers, her name is Mel Robinson, was killed in a car accident.
Oh,
Oh my
So,
God.
oh, come on.
yeah, so
That's a
it's
lot
been,
We just don't
happening.
know. There's a well. Oh my gosh!
It's a lot
Condolences to
going
those
on, y'all.
families, and their and we are your sisters,
yeah.
and
So
we
we
Yeah.
just have to keep them in prayer, guys. Keep
yeah
the
keep
family
the
in prayer.
families in prayer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
just keep them, and we must honor them.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Continue
Yes.
to
Yeah.
honor us because we have lost quite a few sisters over the past 4 or 5 years.
Yes. Absolutely.
Wow. Well, we got
Yeah. We.
so next month
Mhm.
is Memorial Month, May. Well, perhaps we can do it in May
Hmm.
for Memorial Weekend. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we do something, but yeah, we know there's so many things happening, and of course, loved ones are leaving us. Tragedies is happening, and we're living in moments of time that
Yes.
we all are grieving for something one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And we're just trying to continue to move, guys. We're just trying to make life be life because they say life be life in,
Mm-hmm.
but we never know when we're going to be hit with something. So, how do you maintain and be
exactly.
strong? We know
Right.
next month, like you said, is Memorial. Be also next month, May is Mental Health Month,
Yeah.
Mental
Yes. Yes.
Awareness Month. Yes.
Yes. A
So, we
lot
are
goes
dealing
on
with
in
the
those
mental.
months.
eh,
Yeah.
What did you say, Lynn?
I say a lot is going on in that month and all
Hmm.
months. And they have so many observances now because we know we have so many things to observe.
Yes,
And
yes.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So, with that being said, speaking of losing loved ones and people in, that we know. We already know that we lost just recently O.J. Simpson. We must
Yes.
Yeah.
acknowledge that on
Yes.
our platform
Yes.
because we know how much that was like something that was worldwide. That was history and what
That was
happened during that
history
time.
in the making that we will never forget.
We never will forget. It's almost like where were you
Yeah,
Yeah,
where were you
exactly.
when they were riding
when
down
that
that
verdict came
on
down?
in that
Yeah,
Bronco? I remember. Oh Lord,
yeah.
so
So
much,
we
so
just
much.
have so much going on, and so like I said, we like each day, and look, we come back for a week or two, and then something else has happened.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So this being our health and wellness segment, we just really need to talk about keeping our health. That's what it really is
Well, this
about
is
your health.
National Minority Health Month.
Mhm.
National Minority Health Month, and we're gonna
Mhm.
be talking about just that. We have two of our sisters that will be on, that will be sharing information to lead us through Minority Health Month, because there's so many things that we have to do to support each other and to actually tell our families things that we need to do so that we possibly can have a healthier life as
Yes.
as a majority. We're not the minorities. We are the majority, the people of color.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. We are the mighty.
Yeah. This is
Yes.
also Financial Literacy Month as well.
Is it?
Yes,
Okay.
Financial Literacy Month is also
So much.
Sexual Assault Month.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sexual
Okay.
Assault Month. So, there's so many things that we're referencing this month, in addition to what you're just saying. And then you do have Florence coming
Emancipation.
in.
Woohoo!
Yes, definitely.
Emancipation
Emancipation Day
week this
is
weekend. Yes.
coming up. Yes. And if all of y'all can come down to the Freedom Plaza on tomorrow, the DC Black Broadway Chocolate City Records, some of us will be there performing on stage along with
Oh,
other
okay.
notable
I
artists.
had planned to go. I didn't know you all going to be down there, but
Yes,
you do
that's why
have
we're
to.
here practicing now for tomorrow as
Oh,
well as
okay.
for the play. But
You do have to
we
have tickets though, so
you
everybody
have to
go.
register. It's free,
You have
but you
to
have to
register. It's
register.
free.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. So
it's
we
free.
are going to do a little bit of something, something to tease the
Oh,
people,
y'all
so
gonna
we
give
can
us a
get
little
y'all.
taste. Okay.
Yeah, a little something,
A little
something.
something, something. Okay. Okay.
Beautiful.
So
That
yeah,
gives me even more reason to go now.
yeah,
I'm
just
really
come on
going now.
down and have fun. But again, talking about Emancipation Day and understanding what that
What
represents
it
and what it's
represents.
about, and the mayor is calling all the city to come out and to celebrate. So we need to do that and come out and just be amongst people. Some people don't get to get out much,
I know.
so
I
they
know.
need to get out and come and be a part of a great, a fabulous event on tomorrow.
And so many of those celebrations have been during the week and people couldn't get off from work. So the good thing is they're celebrating on a Sunday. So most people will be available that
Yes,
know
yes,
about it, which
that's
is a
good.
good
Yeah,
thing. I'm glad, because that's
great.
why I couldn't come many years ago, because I would always forget because I'm at work.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Yeah.
tomorrow it starts at 2. The parade, there is a parade,
Mm-hmm.
and that starts around 2. The performances and everything from that point to start at 3
Okay.
and until it's over.
All
Oh,
right.
So,
that's
yeah,
beautiful.
but
Oh
that's
yeah, and
what's
they're going to
happening.
have fireworks too.
Say it again.
They're going to have fireworks at the end. So until dark, it
Yes,
must be because they're
yeah,
going to have fireworks as well.
exactly. So, what's going on in y'all world, girls? As we
Woo,
know,
girl.
there's what's happening, Peg, on your end, because you really, in addition to all the other
Yeah, where
tragedies,
are you, Peg?
yeah, where are you?
Joyce and I are actually in Odenton, Maryland at the
Mm-hmm.
Odenton Library.
Oh wow.
We got to stay up with AI. We got to get
Yes.
adjusted to it because it's here, it's not going
Mm-hmm.
nowhere, and you're going
Mm-hmm.
to have to adjust. So we're being smart and wise, and we are attending a class in between doing the show
Hmm.
and um, bring that information back to share with the other sisters.
That is
Gotcha.
awesome.
That's
That is
good, Peggy.
so
That's
good.
good
That's
stuff.
good. That's good. We need to
Yeah.
know. Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. We talk about change, right? And some things we don't want to change, but they're forcing you to
yeah,
change.
yeah,
Yeah.
And there's
Well,
a
that's
lot
the
to
way
be
the world is. The
educated.
world is still turning. and
Mm-hmm.
we got to be about what's going on in the with the next generation because they're taking over, and that's a good
Mm-hmm.
thing.
And that's
we
true
can
Yeah,
then.
we can sit back, but we
yeah,
just have to know how to maneuver through it.
Yes,
Yes, that's
absolutely.
all. Just
I
maneuver.
agree.
Be aware.
Yes.
That's
exactly,
awesome.
exactly.
Yeah.
You can't,
Hmm.
So
you
what's
can't
going on in
and it's
Okay.
just enough to know exactly what's going on.
Right.
so that's
Right.
good.
Well, we're
That's
gonna.
good.
We have our
What's
ladies.
going on in your world, girl land? You got to tell us what's going on in your
Well,
world.
not a whole lot. Then again, a whole lot. Right now, I'm getting ready to start a whole new class in my health and
Mm.
wellness. Last week, I did a health and wellness with the HBCUs.
Mm.
That was
Oh,
great.
that's
And
good.
one of our sisters, Sister Betty Saucer, she invited me again this year. So just working on the health and wellness and getting some more information to share with the world. That's basically what I am doing. Yes. So
Awesome.
let's move right
Awesome.
along. We have a very tight schedule, and we have
Yes.
Florence is coming in. She's also on location. That this is her birthday weekend coming up, and she did a health walk this morning. So she's going to be on. But in the meantime, what are our birthdays? And speaking of birthdays, Peggy.
Let me tell you, we have so many sisters that were born in the month of April, and I'm going to just shout them out. I'm not giving you the date. I'm just
Right?
giving
No,
you the
just
name.
shout them out. We only got 1 minute.
Uh, let's
Oh, where's my
shout
horn?
out
I don't even see my horn. Oh Lord, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Kathy Muhammad, Judith Clark, Florence
Woo!
Champagne, Letitia Smith, Bernie Slow, Julie Rogers, Cynthia Terry, Maxine Marsh. Yeah, I think that's enough for the month of April. Happy birthday, my
Happy
sisters.
Happy birthday, everybody.
Yes,
Yes,
Happy
yes,
all you
birthday.
beautiful ladies. Yes, 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 yes. And as far as our historic birthdays, what do we have for the 13th? We don't really, we have on the 17th, we have Diane Carroll. And on the 18th, we have oh Lord, no, no, that's not one. Okay, that's it. Basically, as far as birthdays are concerned, we had oh yeah, Ida B. Wells. I'm sorry, Ida B. Wells. She was born on the 16th. Oh Lord. You know what, y'all? Just forget about what I just said. I was in the wrong calendar. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, we have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. His birthday is the 16th. Oh, was the 16th. Coming up. So just leave it right there because it's not too many. Nothing. Nobody's on the 13th. Okay, so moving right along.
Well,
Just those
I
days.
want to plug this, and I don't ever want to forget that my
What's
dad
that?
celebrated a birthday for my dad, so I
Oh,
wanted to send him up a happy heavenly birthday
happy
to my
birthday.
dad.
Heavenly
Yes,
birthday to Dad. Yes,
yes,
yes. Peggy, do
absolutely.
we have our hot picks? We haven't, or we're gonna skip over that.
No, we got a hot topic today, and I think we'll just focus
Okay.
on
So we'll
the subject matter.
stay tuned next week for hot picks and hot
Topic.
yes. So I'm hoping that
Hey, Terry.
hey Terry, how you doing? Our Facebook crew, how's everybody today? Happy
Hey,
minority
Denise.
or majority health month.
Good job.
Our Facebook crew. Okay. Okay. Got Terry, who Erica's on. Hey Erica.
Hey, Erica.
Thank you, Erica, for getting on, and Terry. And the rest of you start hitting your like and share so we can wake up everybody because they should be here too. And I'm sure they'll be here very soon. This today is a busy, busy day. So I'm hoping that our next guest, our first guest, who is Florence, Dante, is she in the back room? No, not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
No, she's not.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So, can we go into anything that's hot picks so we can, or
Do we
what do you want to do just to give out
what do
anything
we oh
happening?
yeah, here we go. Chocolate City. We have Chocolate City, the record, the musical, May the 10th through the 12th, Mother's Day weekend, and our very own Wyoming Paris is what? Are you the executive producer on that one? This is
I
she's
don't
at
see anything. Is you talking about it, but are we
yeah
showing it?
Yeah,
yeah we're
Okay,
it's
showing
there we
it.
posted. Yeah.
go. All
Okay,
right, there
it's
we
there.
go.
You can talk
Yep.
about it, sis.
No, I just again wanted to relay the fact there's so much going on that weekend, Mother's Day weekend in the city and surrounding DMV. But this is going to be one of the hottest plays
This is the
that you
hottest.
all want to attend, which is Chocolate City Records, the musical Mother's Day weekend. We're going to be giving away some things as it relates to that and celebrate our moms. Celebrate your
Yes,
mom. I
bring
know
your
many of
aunties
us don't
and your
have our
mom.
moms here, but we still going to have a celebration anyways, and it's going to be a surprise as how we're going to honor the mothers during this weekend. So yes, May 10th through the 12th, and please go get your tickets at thelincolndc.com. And
All
hi,
right.
Mama. I see my mama on,
Hey,
so she
mom.
had been to say hi,
Mother
Mama.
Satcher
Hey,
is on.
Mama.
Yes, speaking of mothers, so she's on.
Yes.
So yes, so you all come out and get your tickets, and we look forward to seeing you there. Thank you.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right. We have the Power Networking.
Yes,
Peggy.
it is here. I cannot believe we were talking about this last year and we said, oh, well, we got plenty of time. It is here.
You never
This
have
is
plenty of time. You just have a little bit of time.
it is the 23rd Power Networking Experience and Expo.
Okay.
So you'll start seeing information coming out this weekend. We got to start planning and start heading to Charlotte in July, and it'll be here before you know it.
All right. And you don't want to miss it, guys. You don't want to
Yeah,
miss it because this is the new Power Networking Conference.
yes.
Okay. We had two. Dante, do you have the two from Florence while we're waiting for her to chime in?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is
Florence has,
one that I just saw
mhm.
recently. Florence is facilitating the power of advocacy. And this is very important because people need to understand that that's what we're all about. That's
Yes.
what the Sisters Network, we advocate
Yes.
for issues that are impacting our health. We're advocating for domestic violence. We're advocating for education and mentoring, and we're advocating for entrepreneurship. So this event is scheduled coming up. This is the month for Minority Health Month, and it is scheduled April 16th at 11:30 p.m. No, a.m. I'm sorry, a.m. Okay, there we go. This one here, I just saw this most recently. It's an inaugural wine and wellness. This is what Florence Champagne is putting on for Open My Heart Foundation. It's scheduled for June 7th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Woodmore Country Club. Are we having problems interference?
Okay. That is,
Okay,
Florence just called in. She's coming in.
great.
As I said, well, yeah, so we want to support our sisters and all of their activities. As you can see, everyone is out there on the road, in the air, and on the streets today. Soon as we get good weather, we're out there. I just want to let you all know, and you all need to come and join us. Join for Sisters Live every Saturday at 12. Tell your friends, and please send the programs to your friends and family so that they'll get on too, because they're missing the information. And
Powerful.
and most importantly, need to join Sisters for Sisters Network so
Network.
that you'll be in the loop and you know everything that's going on. Because trust me, we have some powerful, awesome sisters all over the DMV that are just doing it. And you're going to miss it. If you don't join us, you won't know what's going on. And we know, and
That's
we want to know what's going on with you as well.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, because we share our information. We're a huge family. So you don't want to be outside the family that knows what's going on. Peggy knows what's going on. Just ask Peggy.
I try, let me tell you, I try very hard to stay in the know because when I'm in the know, I make sure you guys are in the know.
Thank
And
you.
that's the power of what we have. And
That's what
I'm
we
so
do.
proud of all the good stuff that's coming out of our network and the women that are just growing and they're blossoming and they're just looking good, really looking good.
Yes, yes, yes. But I saw Sister Diane. Hey, Sister D,
Hi,
Diane. Yeah, well,
Diane.
I saw her peek in. Yeah.
Yes, thanks.
Yeah. So I think Florence is back and she's ready to come on in, so we can no longer belabor, but she's here.
There she
There she
is.
is. She's coming
She's
in. Oh my,
out on in
she's
the car
here.
on the road. Hey,
Hi
Florence.
guys. Hi.
Hi.
How's everyone on this
Hi,
beautiful,
Florence.
beautiful Saturday? Thank you
Beautiful
so much.
Saturday. Yes. How
Thank
was
you
your
so
walk
much for having
today?
me.
How was the
It was
walk?
it was awesome. Candace Camille beat our butts. Walking had us out here 8 o'clock in the morning. And then the sun came out, so it was just beautiful,
That's
beautiful.
that is
Good job.
wonderful. Well,
Good job.
this is your moment. Tell us what you got going on. And I know the birthday shenanigans are starting too. So uh we just named I
I
have
I'm I'm s-
coming
yeah,
on.
I'm so blessed to celebrate my birthday in this way with a health walk, because
Yes,
we need to get out there and exercise more, no matter what our excuses are. We just got to do the darn thing.
let's do it.
But what I really want to talk about is health advocacy.
Yes.
And that's what I've been more focused on lately with the Open My Heart Foundation, because I get a lot of calls from people who need help, and health advocates assist with educating patients and their families throughout the process of getting the care and help that they need. Some advocates are professionals, or some can be a friend, a family member, or a caregiver, but it's someone that you trust, and they are capable of helping navigate through a complicated healthcare system. So it's someone that helps to take an active role in your well-being. And that's one of the things about health advocacy. And we need more. We need more people to help to stand up for people, help them navigate through a complicated system. When you're sick, you're focused on your illness. So an advocate could be a friend, someone that goes to the doctors with you, listens, take notes, and help you get the resources that you need. And there are professional advocates too. Um, so it's understanding the system, ensuring that they receive the help that they need. One person recently reached out to me because she has not been able to see her cardiologist in 2 years. And that's because she was kicked off of Medicaid, and now she's on disability. So at the end of, I believe it was the end of 22, that a lot of people were kicked off of Medicaid because it was the end of the pandemic. And a lot of the rules were relaxed during the pandemic so that everybody could get the care that they needed. And then they started slashing people left and right. Now, this is a heart failure patient.
Oh,
So
it's
Wow.
horrible.
it's horrible. And
It's
she's not the
horrible.
only one. She's not
Right.
the only one. So, I had to get in touch with her representative, and we're going to talk about that. People need to know the role of their representative. Now,
Mhm.
you need to know who your member of Congress is. You need to know who your senators are. You need to know who your county representatives are, who your delegates are.
Right,
It's
exactly.
easy easy to find out.
Mm-hmm.
When you're
Yes.
dealing with a
Right.
system, like a big system like Medicaid and Medicare, you need some other kind of help. And believe it or not, they advocate for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all different levels of advocacy. So I just know because I've worked on the inside as a social worker.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so working for the House of Representatives, I had to advocate for our constituents. So I
Mm.
know what the system is all about, and I know what they do.
Mm.
Um, so when you talk about advocacy, you really need somebody that could voice your concerns and know who to contact and how to go about doing it. It may and heart disease in women, it requires a little bit more attention and more research for more swifter action. Having not had to see your cardiologist in 2 years, that really broke my heart, and I know how much attention she needed. She needed her pacemaker changed, the
Mm.
device it went off. She has a defibrillator. It was just all kinds of issues. And I'm like, what? And she kept getting the runaround,
Wow.
basically.
Wow.
So
And
I
that
was
was
able.
something that was keeping her alive. I mean, to keep the beats up, she needed that.
It's
Wow.
so many barriers,
So
and we
many.
talk about
Yes.
equity, diversity, and inclusion. And it's all this money that's being circulated regarding that, and now they're talking about ending it. But it still happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's just still, it's so many barriers to treatment. So I did contact the head of Medicaid and on her behalf and advocated for her, and now she's able to get back on her insurance. And so
I'm going to
that's
ask you
one
a
of the things.
question. Who can be an advocate? Who can advocate? Can anyone be that person to do it, or is there a certain family member?
Anyone that you trust, like I said, people who can speak on your behalf. Sometimes just having someone go to the doctors with you and write things down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that knows how to get things done, basically, and someone that sometimes doctors really like advocates because they can talk to you
Mm-hmm.
and you can give them a little bit more insight and
Mm-hmm.
information.
Right.
So there's regular people out here that you probably advocate for people in your circle.
I just did
um
that last year. Advocate. That was my first time doing it. I had not a clue. So I know how important this is because my friend who didn't have family here and didn't have family, her family was all the way in New York, and they didn't even know she was sick. And when they knew it, they couldn't come down because they were her age, around 80. So it's like I had to advocate, and didn't know anything about this. So I see how important it is. I see how stressful it is because if you
it's
don't know
Yes.
what to do, it is stress to the highest level because you don't know what to do. You really don't.
Right. So you are a good friend as an advocate, a patient advocate. I have people in my circle. One of the sisters and Sisters for Sisters Network will go to the hospital with me, make
Mhm.
sure she was my ears and eyes and talk to the
Mhm.
doctor and things like
Mhm.
that. So it's a good friend or family member that really cares about you.
Yes.
Uh, and then there are public health advocates.
Mm.
Public health advocates, they represent groups, certain demographic groups, like it could be Latinos for Spanish speaking people and helping them navigate through the system. It could
Mhm.
be drug addiction counselors or advocates, mental health disorders, people with disabilities. Those are more public health advocates that are hired to do something like that, and it's helping them to access the care and help that they need. So certain ethnic groups that that need advocates.
Right. That is so very, very, very important. Any questions, sisters, for our sister?
No,
Yeah.
I
Well,
just
I
want to
don't
share.
really have too much of a. Go ahead, Peg.
No, no, no. I was just beginning to share that it is so important that we understand the power in
Mm-hmm.
advocating.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Florence has said it so well. I sit back and I look at what my sister is doing. She's my mom caregiver,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mhm.
she's advocating for her every day.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Mhm.
most recently, telling me that there was a prescription that she needed that costs hundreds of dollars. And my
Mm.
sister's been trying to get that for the longest. It took her almost 3 years to get this prescription. It's
What?
because she was there to advocate for her.
Wow.
Okay, it took
Mm-hmm.
that long.
Mm.
She finally got it.
Mhm.
But I mean, think about all these families out there that don't have anyone who can
Nope.
advocate for them.
Right. That's
Nope.
it. So
Nope.
we need
Yeah.
to have a
Yeah.
family. I guess we should, especially when you know you have someone that's sick. Families need to get together, and you have to make a
Exactly.
choice and trust each other and to
Yeah.
be an advocate for your family members because you really want a family member to be that person if you
Absolutely.
can.
Exactly.
But if you cannot, just like our sister said, you need to get someone that you can trust. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Absolutely.
conversation has to happen amongst the family. Make that
Mhm.
Right.
decision. Make that
Mhm.
decision and
Right.
make it as soon as you know that person's going to need help. Don't wait until they get
Right.
dire need. As soon as
Mhm.
they need that
And
help,
and
you
and
need
the
to
other
help.
thing is, Linda, that we're teaching people how to be self advocates,
Mm,
how to
okay.
Yes.
advocate for yourself,
For
Okay.
knowing
yourself.
knowing knowing what your rights are,
Mm-hmm.
knowing
Mhm.
how to effectively communicate with the doctor and the right questions to ask.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It means understanding your own strengths and needs and identifying what your own personal goals are.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so you have some responsibility too. So in my support groups, I'm teaching people how to be better self advocates.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
the other type of advocate is like a public policy or legislative advocate. So we
Okay.
have these
Hmm.
advocacy days where you go on the hill or go to your legislators. Certain groups go and advocate for certain bills and laws to
Mhm.
be passed.
Mm.
So that's another type of advocacy. So
Hey,
as you,
Florence, can you take a moment and talk about the experience we just did a couple of weeks ago when we were in Annapolis? That
yes.
was stellar. We
It
need to
opened up my
continue
eyes
to
to what need to do. Yes.
Yes. So thank you, Peggy, and thank you, Peggy and Linda, for joining us on that
Yes.
day.
Yes.
So I talked to one of the legislators, and she put together a bill that would allow cardiac screenings to be standardized,
Mm-hmm.
and to have the insurance companies pay for it. So, it really baffled me how heart disease is the number one cause of death, yet we were not being screened for it, just like we have annual breast cancer screenings.
Right.
So I talked to one of the legislators about that, and she said, you know what? I believe you're right. And so she put together a bill for us. So we went to Annapolis to do a hearing, and it was to introduce some legislation on passing this bill. We
Mm-hmm.
still have some work to do, so we are fine tuning the bill. So that's the stage where we're at. But I just want to say everyone can legislate for anything, and you should really check out who your representatives are. Go to the website, see what issues they represent,
Mm-hmm.
and go sit in on a hearing. See what matters to you most,
Right.
and you could either testify or you could oppose certain bills. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we sat there and listened to other opponents of certain bills as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we did that as a part of the Open My Heart Foundation. And I also do it as a part of Women Heart, the national coalition of women that supports women with heart disease. And we were able to get millions of dollars passed for NIH, to do more, as far as more research on women and heart
Mm-hmm.
disease.
That's
So
wonderful. Yes.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
But in closing, I'd like to say some tips on advocacy. Be assertive. Um, know your medical history.
Yes.
Okay, sometimes you have to do a little research, understand the terminology, um, And then, sometimes you may have to ask your doctor, well, can you explain things in a different way to me if you don't
Mhm.
understand? You
Mhm.
have to voice your concerns, and you have to understand what are the risk factors and benefits of certain medications or certain courses of treatment. Sometimes you may have to seek a second opinion. Some things may
Yeah.
not be the final say. Okay. And then sometimes view your own medical chart and ask, can I see? And ask, what does this mean? And sometimes you could be taken off certain medications. Don't let them keep you on medications. Has my numbers changed? I had to ask a doctor one time, has my numbers changed? And it could affect me being taken off of certain medication. They had
Mm-hmm.
to go back and get my chart and compare because they had not done the homework.
Mm-hmm. Right. And got to make
Wow.
them do their homework. That's what you pay them for. That's what you have
Right.
insurance for them to do their homework. So we do have to advocate for ourselves. Yes.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Well, we
Good
want to thank
Absolutely.
job.
you
Good
so
job.
much of Dr. Florence Champagne. I'm sorry, I apologize. We were such a panic today. She's an advocate. She's an artist. She's the founder and CEO of Open My Heart Foundation. So I just want to introduce. It's on the back end, but that's okay because it's been one of those
That's
mornings.
okay.
Just want to let everybody know who Florence is. She is a sought after speaker and as a health advocate. And I didn't know you were a master storyteller, but you are. So we want everyone to go to her website and follow Florence Champagne. And happy birthday.
Thank
Happy
you. Thank
birthday.
you so
Thank
much,
you so
guys, for
much.
having me.
Yes, happy
Thank you.
birthday, Florence.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All
All
right.
right.
Bye
All
bye.
righty. Yeah,
Bye-bye.
this is some good
All right. That
information.
was all
That's some
great
good
information.
information because
Yes,
a lot of people do not know this.
that's
And
right.
when you don't know, you don't know.
That's
But the
right.
Yeah.
main thing is that you got to get around people that's going to keep you healthy, number one, and
Mm-hmm.
also let you know what's going on. Like Florence, thank God for Florence because if no
Yes.
one, this is what, let me just say this is what Sisters for Sisters Network does for
Network.
us. Keeps
Yes.
us with
Powerful.
women who are out there, who are getting the information on our health, on
Yes.
AI, on
Yes.
domestic violence, on our education, on what we're
Yes.
doing now. This is a plethora of a good gumbo of things that's needed to keep us going. And I'm
You
telling you,
said it so
people,
well.
come on about and be with us on Sister for Sisters Network. If you don't know, somebody in this system of this network knows.
They know.
They will find out or they will know. But something like what Florence just did, that's priceless for
Priceless.
us
Yes.
Yeah.
to have her here amongst us to give us this kind of information. So I
Thank
They
you.
applaud
are
her.
advocates.
I applaud all the ladies, you, Linda, the support that is
And you
given
too,
because
because
it's, oh
together,
yeah,
Yeah.
this is what we
we're a
do.
team, and we
We
need
are a
more on our
team.
team. We need more.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
thank
Yes.
you.
education is power. Education is
Power.
power. And oh yeah, oh yeah. So if we don't get out and educate for our mothers, our families, our
Yes.
parents, and as you said, Peg, your sister doing for
Yeah.
your mom is living longer because you know what? She has
Yeah.
her children there.
Yes.
She
Yes.
Exactly,
doesn't have
woman.
anyone
Advocating
that
for her. Yes.
advocate for her because at some point they can't have the enough strength to do it on their own.
And you too with your
Right.
mom as
And
well.
with my mom,
Yes.
Yeah.
absolutely. My
You too with your
sister is
mom as
Exactly.
there
well.
for my
We all
mom, and
support. We all know who she
yes,
is, and we all support
yes.
her, and we all pray for each other. That's what's so
And
important.
Yes.
prayer without work still dead. So we can pray
We
all we
work.
want, but we don't get up to do some work.
We work.
There
Woo,
you have it.
Lord. Well,
Okay.
we're going to bring up our next sister that everyone should know, and that's Joyce B. in Euro. Joyce, where are you? She
I'm going
is
to pass her on to you.
okay. I'm going to give some little background information on our sister Joyce. She
There
has
you go.
she was born. Uh, this is our African sister from Kenya. She's a cultural and rich and unique perspective to the enriched lives of others. She infuses, I'm sorry, her cultural richness and unique perspective to enrich the lives of others with nutrition that feeds the mind, body, and soul. As a certified health and lifestyle coach and organic nourishment chef, she can cook, y'all. Joyce brings only over 40 years of experience in nutrition, exercise, and stress management. She's also the creator of Joyce's Choices Healing Kitchen. I bring to you, and her website, we will talk about that, is theamazingbalance.com. I bring to you Joyce. Joyce, uh,
Yes.
forgive me. Pronounce your last name for me, make sure I don't mess it up.
Nyairo.
And
Joyce Nyairo.
okay,
Just
Joyce
say
can
it. Just say Nyairo.
Nyanyo.
Go
Inyanyo.
ahead.
In
Nyairo.
arrow. In arrow. I always said in arrow, and I thought I wasn't doing it correctly. So I want to make sure everybody understands how to pronounce your name. Welcome, sister.
Thank you.
Thank you. She's a blessing to our organization. And what do you have for us today?
Well, today I just first of all want to thank you for the opportunity that I'm here, and of course I'm here with Madam President. We want not to be, we do not want to be left behind. So we're learning, but also we don't want to neglect our Sisters for Sisters Network Incorporated. So we're right here. We're present. We are in the
Yes.
room.
Yes.
I particularly like to be in the room because that's the only way I can learn, and that's the only way I can support and bring what I know. So today we're going to look into, Sister Florence mentioned a few things about, she mentioned briefly, very briefly about hypertension, and of course we know her story. But the main thing here is to know from my experience as a nutritionist, how can we contribute to the minorities, and this being the national month for health month for minorities. We have
Yes.
food disparities. There are
Yes.
a lot of people who do not have access to food, or they may not even have access to health stores. We have health food stores, but they're not in certain places. And that creates a challenge for minorities to have the right foods that they need to have. So that's what I would like to address today, and just understanding the connection between food choices and stress levels among minority communities. When you don't have food, you know what happens. You're stressed. If you have children that you have to feed, even just
Mm-hmm.
feeding yourself, and then food has become expensive. So I come here with solutions. How can you utilize what you have and stretch? And of course, my recipes have a twist. I'm from Africa, right? A village called Kisi. My mom used to make simple meals, simple. And we didn't have a lot of chemicals in our food. So we also have to deal with chemicals here. And I will also share on what to do when you're faced with shopping and to make the right food choices. We also have a quick PowerPoint that I wanted to share quickly, and
Mm-hmm.
then we can go over the question. Now, the PowerPoint is for hypertension, and as you know, in our communities, especially minority communities, we have a lot of hypertension and diabetes. Those are the
Mm-hmm.
things I specialize in the
Mm-hmm.
arena of nutrition. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, I do emphasize exercise and sleep. Sleep
Mm-hmm.
is important. We can eat our food, we can do everything, but if we are not sleeping enough, we still are going to be affected.
Yes, that is so important.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know
Dante,
if this,
Dante,
we can quickly look at that and cover other
yeah,
things.
here they are.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, great. So now when we look at this is an overview of the relationship between nutrition and hypertension. What I have experienced is that in minority communities, we lack information, we lack education. And that is what I bring. So let's quickly look at this. Nutrition plays a critical role in blood pressure regulation, with dietary choices significantly impacting hypertension risk and management. This in this session, of course, we will delve into the key dietary approaches and strategies for effectively managing hypertension through nutrition. Next. The importance of dietary choices in blood pressure management. Proper nutrition is essential for overall cardiovascular health, and adopting a balanced and nutritious diet can help prevent and control hypertension, reducing the risk of associated complications. You all know the associated complications. Just recently, there's a friend who has her husband in the hospital, and they have already placed
A heart pacer.
heart pacer on him. She was worried. And that was,
Yes.
she's actually one of our sisters. And
Yes.
that is causing, and she's actually the sister who introduced me to Sisters for Sisters Network Incorporated.
Okay.
She's her name is Sister Maxine, and we are praying for her right now because it's been
Yes.
a very stressful time for her. So I know that God is with her and that
Yes.
her husband will get well. But from this picture, you can see that you build muscle by eating the right foods. And did you know that God created food? It's interesting. God has a sense of humor. Each food deals with a certain part of our bodies.
That's
So
right.
when we learn about these foods and know what is dealing with where, then now we know what to do. But we have to be informed. Next. So let's see the objectives for this session, of course, is by the end of this session, you will learn about the DASH diet, and then the sodium and potassium balance, meal planning, grocery shopping, tips, cooking techniques, and dining out strategies for hypertension management. You guys understand that we do go out to eat, right? Most people
Yes.
go out to eat because it's faster, it's quick, or sometimes you may even just buy food from Whole Foods, for example. But some people may not manage to go to Whole Foods, right? So where do we go? We have places like Aldi. Some people may not even afford to go to Costco, but Aldi is a place you can go for $20. I promise you. You can
Yes.
get fruits. You can get all kinds of fruits, pears, lemons, limes, bananas, pineapples for $20. Can you
I love
imagine?
that store. Yes.
Very good. I'm glad that you go there.
I do
So,
go there.
yeah, wonderful. So looking at that, now we can learn about what the DASH diet is, and then how do we make these healthy food choices by knowing where to go. When people say, okay, you go to Costco, I may not even have a card for Costco. Of course I do, but I'm talking about the minorities who may not. My experience and my research has shown that even when they have food stamps, they don't know what to do, how to choose food, and they end up eating mostly canned goods, but it's high in sodium, and that complicates hypertension, diabetes, weight management, and everything else. Okay, next. So there are the explanation of how dietary factors impact blood pressure. Various nutrients, including sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and fiber, influence blood pressure regulation through their effect on blood vessel function, fluid balance, and overall cardiovascular health. You will not imagine when you have certain foods, your body retains water. There's a lot of that happens. And when you mix this with stress, that's how you find people having stress and dying at the workplace, because they probably didn't take time to have a routine. It's always good to follow a routine, but most people rush out to work. Work is always going to be there, but we have to manage ourselves and think about self-care and what is it doing to me. A lot of things happen in our bodies and we don't even realize. So you have to be present in your own body and see what's going on. Next. So sodium intake is closely linked to hypertension risk, while potassium, calcium, magnesium, and fiber have protective effects against high blood pressure, emphasizing the importance of balanced nutrient intake for blood pressure management. For example, let's take a seed, hemp seeds. They are very high in magnesium. You want to have them, you can add them to smoothies, salads. You can actually make milk. It's the easiest milk to make. Most people say, okay, we want to go plant-based. Yes, it's good to go plant-based, but some things become expensive. So how can we manage our kitchens with getting magnesium? Magnesium is also good for your sleep. So to make that milk is easy. All you have to do is, if you have a blender, you add water, a serving of hemp seeds, which is on the packet, and you blend it. Voila, you have milk. How easy is it?
Mm.
Yes? Yes, yes.
Yes.
Next.
Yes.
I'm going to be giving you tips as we go. Okay. We are encouraged to eat the rainbow. The rainbow, because again, God created many parts of our bodies, and that color nutrient foods, they heal those parts, they build them, they maintain, and all that. So understanding the concept of nutrient density in food choices is wonderful. But most of the time, again, talking about disparities, there are areas that you may not find the foods like this. You go to the store, and especially these days, when you go, it's gone
Mm-hmm.
because the food is not, people are shopping, having people to shop for them like in Whole Foods. That's why I say go to Hardee's, because, and I'm not advocating for anybody here, this is for information purposes only. When you go to Hardee's, you will really find food around the clock, most
Mm-hmm.
all the time. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so
That's true.
nutrient dense foods provide essential nutrients with fewer calories, making them valuable components of a healthy diet for hypertension management. So we want to include all these foods, but also knowing when to eat, what to eat, and with what. Next.
Mm-hmm.
And as he brings the next one, with what, when I do a longer class of this, of course, I like my participants to identify the foods. I also tell them, can you go to your refrigerator or your pantry and tell me what you have? And then right and there, we create recipes. So let's quickly look at the dietary approaches to stop hypertension, which is the DASH diet. This is a diet that has been really researched, and they found that people who use this, they can manage their hypertension, or some may actually reverse it, may, and I use that intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
So the DASH diet is a dietary pattern specifically designed to lower blood pressure by emphasizing fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and low fat daily, while reducing sodium intake and limiting saturated fats and sweets. It's very clear. Next. So again, you find that there are varieties of good choices that are out there. You cannot be limited to eat. We just want to encourage everybody to make the choices. That's the key thing. So the emphasis on fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and low-fat diet. These food groups are in nutrients such as potassium, calcium, magnesium, and fiber, which contribute to blood pressure control and overall cardiovascular health. You cannot go wrong. You can see we have broccoli, we have bananas, we have carrots, we have oatmeal, we have whatever you see over here, apples and red cabbage, all this asparagus, all
Mm-hmm.
these are very, very good. Next. So the servings, as you can see, again, this is, you can always go online and research get information on the DASH diet, but there are servings here. I want to move to the next because of time. Let's move to the next slide, but that's what it is. So when you look at this one, these are examples of DASH diet friendly foods and meal ideas. So you can see you can have fish for those who choose to have fish. You can have nuts, you can have other things, but most of the things that you need to be healthy are always found in the vegetables and fruits. Fish, if you eat fish, salmon is great. Please get wild caught, because the other ones, the farmed ones, they're full of
Mm.
chemicals. Next. Next, please.
Mm.
So as we go to the next one, meal planning is important, and practical tips for incorporating DASH diet principles into daily eating habits. Simple strategies such as a meal plan is even if you just wrote it on a paper, you can get it. It's just writing today, I add this. Tomorrow I will mix. When you have all these things, it's easy to do most of the things. Okay. How are we doing with time?
We got a couple, 2 minutes.
Okay. I like to know
We're
that.
going to have to bring you back because we definitely, this is so important. And, we need a whole show on this. And apologize for the lateness, but just go on. This is important. Sodium and blood pressure. We want to definitely want to talk about that?
Yeah, so the recommended daily sodium intake is 2,300 milligrams, as you can see, or less. But if
Mhm.
you read on canned goods or packaged foods, you're going to see they have a lot of sodium. Whereas you can get sodium from natural products. If you eat the
Yes.
foods and the colors I just showed you, you can really get them. Next. So you want to lower that and be mindful. Now, these are some of the things that have a lot of sodium. And
Mhm.
most of us, we have these things in our pantries, but we want to get them out and get
Yeah.
more fresh produce. Summer
Mhm.
is, spring is here, summer is coming. You want to go to the market, the farmer's market, get your
Yes.
produce right, wash it, have a relationship with your food. It's very
Yes.
important. You understand that? So we
Mm.
want to avoid packaged foods, get them out and let's because they are really high in sodium. Next, the time is moved on. So you want to be creative, make your plates look nice, okay? And look for potassium foods like bananas, and there are others that are high in potassium. Okay,
Potassium. That
all
potassium.
right.
Yes.
Yes. And these are the foods that are rich in potassium. You can see them: bananas, oranges, sweet potatoes, spinach, avocados, tomatoes, potatoes, apricots, and yogurt. You want to get plant-based yogurt if you can, but
Mhm.
also it's good to have beans and all the other stuff.
Yes.
So I think I've given you quite a bit of information. Let me see what's
Yes.
next, and then we're going to close there. So this shows you the foods that are rich in potassium, and this is
Mhm.
easy also to find out and how they are related with high blood pressure. Okay, and
Okay.
this was for blood pressure regulation, reduced risk of stroke, improved endothelial function, lower risk of heart disease, and overall cardiovascular health. So, and these foods also help in other like diabetes, weight management, and everything else. I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here
Oh,
today.
thank you so much, Sister Joyce, for that presentation. And you did an excellent job. And I want everyone to visit her website, which is theamazingbalance.com.
Hey guys,
Theamazingbalance.com. And you're going to see so much more information. Of course, Joyce is our resident nutritionist, and she will be back, and she's helping all of us to eat well, to live longer, and to reduce the blood pressure and the strokes. We got all of our sisters that help out in Sisters for Sister Network. So please join us. She is the
Miss
girl. She is
Letitia,
Yeah,
our girl.
absolutely. Now,
I
Linda, we need to type that information because you all are glitching. I don't know if people can literally get the understanding of what you were saying on her
Okay.
website. So
Got
please
it.
type it in the chat so everybody can at least have it
Okay.
as soon as you can. Put it in the chat.
Okay. Now you know me. Is Dante, can
Yeah,
somebody do
or
that?
put it in the, yeah, just put it in our Facebook. Just type it in the Facebook.
Right.
People
Yeah.
can
Just
see it.
put it in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
type it in.
Well, we want to
Okay.
thank everyone for coming in and visiting us today.
Yeah, next week is
Remember,
our education and
educational
mentoring. So you
mentoring.
all know it's Charlene's Saturday. So just be ready to get some information on another part of our segment on Four Sisters Live, which is our education and mentoring.
Mhm.
And hey, this is some great information. Once again, another one of
yeah.
our sisters in the circle who got the juice.
Mhm.
You got the juice, Joyce. So,
Thank you.
Lan, this has been a great time. What
Thank
time
you.
is it?
It's
It's
time
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 for
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 you
you
to
to
walk.
walk
walk
in
in
your
purpose
purpose and
and prosperity.
prosperity. Thank you all so much for
Woo!
watching. See you next week. Bye
Bye
bye.
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 Bye bye.
I hope I got it.